Howdy, Possum Patty here, and this is going to be a little bit of a chat and some journaling. Come on along. Well, I'm going to get to journaling in just a moment over there, but first, I have a little problem. You know, I've been working on my Halloween. Well, I haven't really been working on it. I didn't get any further than painting it black. But this was going to be decorated as a haunted house. And I was going to make a journal out of this. And I was going to put a backing on here and decorate the windows and the outside of the house. And I wasn't in a big rush because I already have a Halloween one that I'm working on. But I figured I'd get this project started because I did find the haunted house pieces. That's not the problem. The problem is I went to a different Dollar Tree and I found a different one. Look at this. Look at this one. It's got a little graveyard over there. It's got these little crooked chimneys and a little cross there, a little window up there at the top. I love it. I love it. It's a little uneven across the bottom where the ground is. And I was like, oh. Back it up so you can see the whole thing. Turn this one around. Ooh, this one's kind of plain compared to this one. So look at the variety of windows in this one. Different shapes. I like this one better than that one. But that's not even the, here comes Titi, but that's not even the problem because then I found this one. Look at this one. Look, it's so crooked. And there's a little ghosty there and there's a bat up there. And look at the porches. Oh my gosh. And look at the, what do you call this? Roof tiles on here. Oh, I love this one. I can't put it too close because then you can't see the whole thing. But I love this one. Look at these crooked windows. Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, should I make two journals? And put this on the front and this one on the back. And then make another one out of this. Or should I maybe make this the front and this the back, like that. So the plainer one is on the back and the cuter one is on the front. I mean, I was going to decorate these all up. I'm sure I would do a fantastic job in decorating this up. And I was going to put little ghosts in the windows and little curtains out of creepy cloth and all kinds of things on this. But now I've got these. Mamma mia. Oh, look at that. I love this. I love this crooked house. See, this one's really straight. And this one's all crookedy. I love it all crookedy. I love it all crookedy. Two journals. Two more Halloween journals. Oh my goodness. I could just put this one in stock. Or I could work on both of them together maybe. And just make two of them. And save them for next year. Because this year I want to finish up the Harry Potter one that I started last year. But I figured I'd buy these while they're out. You have to get them while they're out. And maybe if I can get these done ahead of time, then I'll have these for next year. So, what do you think? All right, well, so much for that. I have a kitty in my lap. I am still working on my, it's getting nice and heavy. Oh, finally. Finally, we're starting to look like a Possum Patty journal. Yes, we are. Kitty's getting all lovey-dovey. And it's getting nice and chunky, and it's getting a little bit heavy, and I'm going to make it a lot heavier today because I know I need to finish World War I, but I did plant some bulbs out in the yard. I saw these at the store, and they said, deer resistant garden. I'm like, ooh, I have to get that. Well, I know the deer don't eat the daffodils. So I got these daffodils and muscari, and I didn't know they didn't like the iris too much, but I figured I'd try it. And I planted some like a little over there and some a little over there and some a little over there, and I'll completely forget where I planted them. Yeah, some in the front, some around the flagpole, a few over by the rain garden, and I think some back by the pumpkin patch. See, I'm already forgetting. It'll be a big surprise in the spring when I forget where I planted them and they all start popping up. I love that. The good thing about having a poor memory is lots of surprises. So, kitty's off the lap. And then and then this one. And then I got these crocus. And these are things I had on my farm in Pennsylvania that I just haven't had the chance to plant here at Soggy Bottom. And I took these, and I didn't tell Mr. Possum, but in the yard around, we have like a pedestal with like a sundial on it. I planted these all around the sundial under the grass. And I'm hoping in the spring they come up and I'll have a fairy ring right around the sundial. And he'll be surprised because these will be coming up in the lawn. But I see that a lot of people have these in the lawn because they come up so early and then they bloom. And then by the time you're ready to mow the lawn, they're just about done anyway. So, yeah, let's see what happens with that. I did notice, though, that there is a mole going through the yard because there's some tunnels around. So I hope he doesn't eat the bulbs. That's the only thing. All right, so I'm going to go over to the table, and this may be just an easy page of printing out a picture of me planting the bulbs and sticking these in there. I might have to go back and watch this video in the spring, but at least I'll have it journaled about, so I'll remember it when I'm surprised when they start coming up all over the place. Okay, let me just move a couple things out of the way here. I'm sure I'll pull them back out in a second, but I didn't get much work done because we're kind of busy today. But I did start by cutting off these handles that say deer resistant on them. Deer resistant, deer resistant, deer resistant. Oh, they had one more here. Here it is. Deer resistant. So this was on top of, the package. And I was like, I hardly ever make tabs. And it would be so cool to put this on here because I have a short page as a tab like this. And wouldn't that be cool? And then I cut down, where is it? And then I cut down, stand by. I was looking for the things and they were tucked away in the book back here. I cut down one of the packaging, see, so I could just like glue that right in there like that. I could do journaling and put a handle on that page. I'll have to cover this page. Oh, you know what? But I was thinking, just cover this page with this crocus package. Put that right on there. And then I have the iris, and I'm going to cut this down and put it right there. But another dilemma, do I want to stick this all on this pumpkin fall page with these spring flowers? This was kind of disturbing my sensibilities a little bit. This one's yellow, it kind of goes with that one. And I have two pictures. I just have one of the hole I dug with a couple bulbs in it, my gloves, the digger, and one of the packages. And then this picture of me, I actually got this picture. I know this is a whole process. I set up the tripod that this camera's on. This is a camera, not the phone. Outside next to me while I was planting, just ran it for like a minute. And then I took the chip and I put the video onto my computer. And maybe you can do this on your phone with iMovie if you have an iPhone. And I put it into iMovie, and there's a way that you can click on, under File, you click Share, and then another window pops open and you click on Image, and you can save a little piece of the movie as an image. So if you don't have pictures of something but you have a movie of it, you can choose a frame in the movie to use as a picture. And it works pretty good. Works pretty good. So this I got off of a movie. So if you want me to explain that, you know, using the computer screen and all that, I can certainly do that. And somebody was asking about my thumbnails, and I use Adobe Express, that's free for my thumbnails. So if anybody wants to know how I make mine, it's kind of a hit or miss process. No, it's easy to use. It's easy to use, and it's free. If you're interested, I can do a little video on that and maybe give you some links. So this was going to be a very simple page. So you know what? I think I'm going to put it on the fall page. I'm thinking that it was driving me crazy, but the more I think about it, because it's the fall when you have to think about planting your spring bulbs, because you know, one of the winter activities of a gardener, I'm sure farmers too, is plotting out your garden for the next spring and summer. So I'm slicing and dicing this so it's the same size as this one. And I've always found that an enjoyable activity. Going through the catalogs in the winter when there's snow on the ground and it's 10 degrees outside and you're looking at all these beautiful pictures of flowers and vegetables and yeah, and then you want to buy a whole bunch of seeds. And then in late winter, early spring, you got to get them started. It's a junk journal, you got to have junk, right? So if I was just writing, this would take like one paragraph in a journal. And then I would list what I planted and where I planted them and be done with it. But no, I've got to put the whole package in the journal, so it's going to take up like 4 pages. But that is okay. Oh, I looked back at the picture information, and the reason I was already forgetting where I had planted the bulbs. Get this on here evenly. Because I planted them on, see now I wrote it down where to go, September 29th. So it's already been a couple weeks. So it's already been a couple weeks. And by spring, if I don't look at this journal, I will probably forget that I even planted bulbs. Right? Right. Oh, this is really funny. If you watched the video of, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it was back here somewhere. This one. I was saving these seeds, and I have a little shelf on the front porch, and I put the sunflower seeds there, and the morning glory seeds, and the cardinal climber seeds, and some zinnia seeds. And I had them in these little cups and trays on the little shelf I have by the front door, because the front porch gets a lot of sun, and I wanted to dry them before I put them away. I went out in the morning, and something had come up on the porch, on the shelf, and taken the sunflower seeds and ate them. There's little bits of shells everywhere. I'm like, no, all that hard work. And they're gone. I hope that was the right side. No, it wasn't. Okay. I didn't check that. I was just talking. That's not the side I wanted to put here. It was the other side. But that's okay. That is okay. See, I was going to do just the flowers there. But now I got the information. And having the information is just fine with me. Now I could use this on a spring page in a journal when the flowers actually come up. See? It's never a disaster. It's never a disaster. Alright, so I don't need any paper to cover that. So I'm just going to go off camera for a second and just glue these. They're kind of thick, so it's going to take me a while to finagle these. I'll probably have to hold it in for a second. I'm going to use the tacky glue, and I'm going to put a lot of glue, and I'm probably going to have to hold it here for a second. And then I'm going to glue that one over there, and then I'm going to glue that one over there, and then I will come back, because I'm going to put 2 pictures and some journaling on this page. Oh, no. Wait. Wait. I want to do this. Good thing you reminded me. Now, can I do this? I could do this, right? And get this all glued in so it's double-sided. Oops. But underneath this crocus package. Like that. Yes. Okay. This will get glued down here. This will get glued down here after I glue this handle on. Like that. And that'll get glued down there. And then, as soon as I finagle all that, I'll come back for the journaling part. I had some scraps left from this paper pack, so I gave the pictures a little bit of a dark border. Scissors in the way. And I'm going to put them on here, probably not straight. And I don't want to cover this up, but I'm going to cover it up because I'm going to use this area here for my journaling. And it's going to be very simple journaling. Got my pen ready there, don't need the pencil. I still haven't cleaned off the desk. But that's okay. Let's see. I think I'll put me in the middle of the page this time. And I use this extra strength glue stick for the body of the paper, and I use the tacky glue around the edge because the cardstock tends to pop up on me. Gotta get my little glue thing here on the floor. Well, it's really covered in glue. I had to use a lot of tacky glue to get those cardboard pieces to stick to the page. Hopefully they'll stay. And I'm just gonna put that on like that. And don't touch the pictures with your glue-filled fingers. Spot somebody. My camera had sagged down a little bit. I just moved it back up. I noticed that in the last video and I forgot to move it back up. I used to have a little sign on the tripod that says check the camera. Oops. And I don't have that there anymore. See this, how this is poking up even with the tacky glue. I'll put that right there. See, I like how it looks with a little bit of a dark border. And get rid of the glue. And all I'm going to do is journal up here. So this was, so I don't like to put my hand on the pictures. Okay, let's do September 29th, planting spring bulbs. Do I need to say what kind? Because I have them all here. Crocus, iris, daffodils, and muscari. So I don't know. Should I write that? All right, we'll write that in there. To write smaller though. Hopefully deer, resistant. Now the deer might get hungry and taste them, but usually they won't spend a lot of time eating them. But if they're hungry enough, they'll taste anything. Hopefully deer, did I spell that right? Resistant, just looks funny because I'm writing on lumpy stuff here. Hopefully deer resistant. Now maybe my friends down in Australia, we're having fall, so they're having spring. So if you're in Australia, do you plant fall bulbs for the spring? And do you have your spring bulbs popping up now? Is it a little too early? It's October, they should be up, right? So you should be having your fall bulbs come up. Do you plant daffodils and tulips? I don't plant tulips because they are deer candy, let me tell you. They just munch on those things right away. But do you have iris and crocus and daffodils and muscari? if you are planting bulbs in the fall and watching them come up in the spring, please let me know. I'd be very interested in seeing what kind of spring flowers you have down in Australia. Okay, so that'll be it for today. Oh, one more thing about bulbs, the bulbs that you plant. People think of a seed as being a miracle because a plant grows from that tiny, tiny seed. But also the bulbs, when you buy one of those bulbs, I don't care which kind of bulb it is, there is actually the little plant is inside the bulb and the little flower is forming already. There's a bud already formed inside that bulb that will come up in the spring. And I think that's a miracle too. And it's so funny, when I found out that my niece was expecting, and I drew a little picture in one of my journals about the two great-grandmother gnomes who were protecting the little baby that was inside of the bulb. And I named the gnomes after the great-grandparents of my niece's baby that was, was forming inside of her, just like the little flower bud was forming inside the bulb. And sometimes when I do a picture like that, I'll make a video and I call it like a picture story. And I sort of tell the story. There's a little music and words in the background, and I show the picture, how the picture tells the story. So I'm going to try and link that below so you can see that, because that is about flower bulbs. So thanks for coming along today. And if you want to share anything about your planning for a spring garden, please do so below. And I just want to wish everybody happy junk journaling, happy garden journaling, and happy gardening. Bye-bye.